The defense of the city of Magna Bonum was a success. The Orks caught us off our guard, but not unprepared. I will not underestimate these aliens again. It is clear now that their primary push was towards the capital city, and they have moved in to attack with a speed I have rarely seen a military force capable of achieving. I have read reports of Ork clans who focus on fast strikes, but I did not realize they could be so coordinated. It is as if something is driving the Orks here, some unknown desire or instinct. The Imperial Guard regiments watching over the city are decimated and will not be resupplied for at least 24 hours. The Orks will renew their attacks far sooner. Our scouts are reporting a force massing 50 kilometers from the city that dwarfs the group that attacked Magna Bonum, and reports from civilians speak of a mighty Ork who leads them, bigger and more cunning than the rest. If the capital city falls, this planet will not be far behind. I cannot allow this to occur.
Everything is ready, boss. Them Humies is in for a good stomping. This is gonna be the best fight of their miserable lives.
Just make sure it's the last fight of their lives.
I don't take orders from you, Humie.
We've held up our side of the bargain, have we not? You wanted a new planet to wage war on, and we have given it to you. You wanted to face the Imperium's greatest warriors, the Space Marines. They are here. We've even provided you with weapons and Imperial tanks to use on the battlefield. And all we ask in return is that you keep the Imperials distracted from our operations here.
You've kept your word. But that still don't mean you can order the Orks around.
My apologies. We've delivered the last of the weaponry. They're in the hands of your servants. We'll take our leave now. I respectfully request that you keep the Marines busy for as long as you can.
We'll keep them more than busy. We'll keep them dead.
The thought of kowtowing to these creatures disgusts me. The Orks are a tool, nothing more. And quite an effective one, I might add. Perhaps. But I dislike providing such unpredictable aliens with our own weaponry. Lord Bale. Orks are not unpredictable. Quite the contrary. You can rely on them to turn against you. But they will honor our agreement as long as we provide them with enemies to satiate their battle lust. If we intimidated them into doing our bidding, showed them our strength, they would take pause before betraying us. You cannot intimidate something that knows no fear. Trouble yourself no longer with the Orks. We will have what we came for and be gone before they finish with the Imperials and turn on us.
Why is we talking with them humies instead of fighting with them? Them smelly chaos boys is weak. Not nearly enough of a challenge for the boys. If they were strong like Orks, they wouldn't need us to fight for them. We'll take their guns and their help, and when we're done chopping up all the humies, we'll come back here and chop them up as well.
Orbital imagery shows a heavy concentration of Orks in the area. We must secure a location and establish a base before destroying the war boss and his clan. Combine the holy fire of the whirlwinds with the jump packs of our assault marines. Cleanse this area.
Preparing whirlwind missile battery to fire.
Taking hits!
Moving out. Whirlwind here. Whirlwind here. Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Our scouts report the war boss is in the vicinity of this location. It seems a second Ork clan has gathered between us. They are heavily defended on this plateau. They must be eliminated to clear a path to the war boss.
Direct us to the enemy.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
I serve.
Here to serve. Here to serve.
For the Emperor! Fear denies faith.
Here to serve.
Fear denies faith.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. At once.
We stand ready.
Yes, most beneficent one. Initializing build protocol. Here to serve.
Assault Marines are now available to us. They can be built from the chapel barracks.
We stand ready. Consolidating position on the objective. Marine squad deployed. Maintain attack formation. Heresy grows from idleness.
Here to serve. With all due haste, I await your instructions.
Under fire!
I will do as you ask.
Direct us to the Marine squad deployed. Heresy grows from idleness. We stand ready.
What would you have me do?
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Yes, most beneficent one. I will do as you ask. Here to serve. I exist to serve. With all due haste.
We stand ready.
Praise the Emperor.
Fear denies
Walk
faith.
softly and carry a big gun. We are united in his service. While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be
My
no
knowledge
peace.
is at your disposal.
On alert, brothers.
Faith
The
is our
enemy must be
shield.
nearby.
Taking haste.
Walk softly and carry a
Faith
big
is our
gun.
shield.
Beware the alien,
We stand ready.
the heretic.
Cleanse, purge, kill.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
The Emperor protects.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
The Emperor protects.
Yes, most beneficent one.
The area is secure.
I await your instructions.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be
I
nearby.
await your instructions. Initializing build
Praise the
protocol.
Emperor. Follow me
What's
into
your order?
battle.
The enemy is attacking. Moving out. We will crush the enemies of the Imperium.
Walk softly.
Carry a big gun.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Walk softly and carry a big gun. For the honor of the chapter.
Faith is our shield.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Heresy grows from idleness.
I await your instructions.
What would you have me do? Agreed.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Praise the Emperor. I serve mankind. Space Marines, advance! Today the enemy shall
Ever
not fear.
vigilant.
Here to serve.
Beware the alien.
Heresy grows from idleness.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Direct us to the enemy. Taking heavy fire. Activating jump pack. Orders received.
Beware the alien. The heretic.
Here to serve.
Ever vigilant. Stay vigilant, brothers.
Praise the Emperor.
I stand ready. I can sense the enemy. They are close. There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Praise the Emperor. For terror. Praise the Emperor.
Venerate the immortal Emperor. They stand on the road to disappointment.
Weapons at ready. It is time. Fear our wrath.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Orders received. Marine squad deployed. Onward to glory! Fear denies fit. The enemy is attacking! Fear denied. Area secure. Returning to battle.
The machine cult is ready to be requisitioned. Build it to gain access to vehicles.
Squad broken!
Beware.
Death from above. We are the Emperor's chosen.
Here to serve.
What is your order? Weapons at ready. It is time.
Yes, Lord?
Taking heavy fire!
I exist to serve.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. Praise the Emperor. Space Marines, advance!
At your command. Cleanse, purge, kill! Unleash heresy.
The Emperor protects.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Here to serve. Initializing build protocol.
Awaiting orders. Stay vigilant, brothers. What is your order? Orders received, brother. Orders received. We are the Emperor's
It is
chosen.
like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Direct us to camp. Awaiting orders. Heresy grows from making any fire. Regrouping. Maintain attack formation.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
This day shall be a glorious one for the
Yes, my
Imperial.
lord. Fear our wrath. Stay vigilant, brothers. Onward to glory! Maintain attack formation.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Yes, Lord. With all due
I
haste.
stand ready.
My faith is my shield. This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Heresy grows from idleness. We are the Emperor's chosen. What is your order? Heresy grows from idleness.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of
Awaiting orders. What is your order?
My faith is my shield.
Yes, Lord. Here to serve. I await your instructions.
Space Marines, attack!
hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose?
Faith is our shield.
Praise the Emperor.
Heresy grows from idleness. Awaiting orders. Maintain attack
I
formation.
await your instructions.
Taking damage.
Initializing build protocol.
We stand ready. Yes, my lord.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Yes, Lord. With all due haste. Here to serve. I shall obey.
Defending objective.
With all due haste.
Praise the Emperor.
What is your order?
Walk softly and carry a big gun. For the glory of the Emperor. Follow me into battle.
I await your instructions.
Under fire! Taking hits!
Whirlwinds and their long-range artillery are being made available. Praise the Emperor. Build them from the machine cult. My aim shall not falter.
I await your instructions. Yes, Lord. Initializing build protocol.
Praise the Emperor. The Emperor protects.
What is your order? Orders received. Cleanse, purge, kill! Fear denies faith. Ever vigilant, any hate. Destroy the armor. To the rally point! Ever vigilant. Returning to battle. Activating jump pack. Awaiting orders. To the skies. Direct us to the enemy. Fear denies faith. Cleanse, purge, kill.
We will establish a forward base at this location to facilitate ready access to Space Marines. We will need many to ensure the war boss is dead and buried.
What's your order?
Fear not the Psyker. I serve.
Thermoplasma generators are available.
Through the
They will
destruction
provide
of our
us
enemies,
greater
we
access to
earn our
power.
salvation. Venerate the immortal Emperor.
I await your instructions.
At your command. Stay vigilant, brothers. Ever vigilant. Squad morale restored. Faith is our shield. Under fire. Onward to glory. Fear denies faith. Fall back. At your command. At your command. Secure. Regrouping. Activating jump pack.
Venerate the immortal Emperor. At your command. I can sense the enemy. They are close.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Beware the alien,
Here to
the
serve.
mutant, the heretic.
We stand ready.
Walk softly. Carry a big gun. Follow me into battle.
Yes, my lord. Regroup. Understood. Activating jump pack. Squad morale restored. What is your order? Weapons at ready. It is time.
With all due haste. Yes, Lord? I await your instructions. Initializing build protocol. Build routine 721 initiated.
I have awoken. Command me. I will crush those who stand before me.
At your command. What is your order? What is your order?
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Approaching target.
Ever vigilant. At your command.
Today the enemy shall know fear. We shall know no fear. My faith is my shield.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
At last, back to war. I will crush those who stand before me. I have awoken.
Whirlwind here.
My aim shall not falter.
I am ready to serve. Again. I will purge the unclean.
Under fire!
Whirlwind artillery tank here. The machine spirit is prepared. Whirlwind here. His will be done. As you command.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperial.
Even in death I still serve.
Tagging hits!
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Cleanse, purge, kill!
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
I stand ready.
Cleanse, purge, kill! Maintain attack
It is
formation.
better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
What is your order? Orders received, brother. Captured. Moving out.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Faith is eternal.
Direct us to the enemy. Stay vigilant, brothers. Orders received. Moving out. Stay vigilant, brothers. Activating jump pack. Direct us to the enemy. Taking damage.
My faith is my shield. Follow my lead. I serve mankind. We shall know no fear.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Whirlwind here. Moving out.
What would you have me do?
Heresy grows from
Faith
idleness.
is eternal.
Look at that monstrosity. I have heard legends of such beasts, but I have never seen one. Softly. Men, concentrate your fire. We must take this creature down. Walk softly. Carry a big gun.
Whirlwind artillery tank deployed.
Glory.
Praise the Emperor. Today the enemy shall move fear. Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic. The Emperor protects.
I have awoken.
For the Emperor. My aim shall not falter. The enemies of the Emperor still draw breath.
Stand ready. Direct us to the enemy.
I am ready to serve again.
Whirlwind artillery tank
Command
here.
me. Moving on.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
What would you?
Awaiting orders. Regroup. Returning to battle. Taking damage. Direct us to the enemy.
I stand ready.
Whirlwind here. Whirlwind here.
Heresy flows from idleness. We are the Emperor's chosen.
I am ready to serve again.
At your command. At your command.
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic. Confirmed.
Awaiting orders.
Beware the alien.
At your command. Marine squad deployed.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Whirlwind here.
We are united in his service.
Under fire.
Whirlwind here.
We are united in his service.
Whirlwind here.
For the honor of the chapter.
Whirlwind here.
For the glory
Marine
of
squad
the Emperor.
deployed.
I have awoken.
Today the enemy shall know fear. My faith is my shield.
Faith is our shield. Awaiting orders.
I am the instrument of his will. It is
Marine
better to
squad
die for
deployed.
the Emperor than live for yourself.
Fear our wrath.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Command me. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. At last, back to
Whirlwind
war.
artillery tank deployed.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw
Whirlwind here. His will
My
be done.
faith is my shield. My faith is my shield.
Faith is our shield.
My faith is my shield.
Even in death I still serve. Burn, heretic.
Whirlwind here.
Even in death I still serve.
Whirlwind here.
Taking at your command. We stand ready. Faith is our shield. What's your order?
The Emperor protects.
I am ready to serve. Again.
We stand ready.
The Emperor protects. He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Onward to glory!
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
What would you have me do?
Awaiting orders.
While the enemies of the Emperor
stand
still
ready.
draw breath, there can be no peace. This day shall be a glorious one for the
Taking
Imperium.
heavy fire. Squad deployed.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
I am ready to serve.
Beware the
Again.
alien, the heretic. Beware the alien,
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
the heretic.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Whirlwind here.
All fire regroup!
Whirlwind here. Whirlwind here.
Bloody holds us. Charge! At your command. Ever vigilant. To the skies. Target their vehicle. Moving up. Faith holds us. Objective locked.
It is better to die for the Emperor
Whirlwind artillery
than
tank
live for
deployed.
yourself.
Whirlwind here.
Ready, boys! We stand ready. Initiating attack. Yes, my storm. Activating jumper. Target their vehicles. Take all shot. Squad morale restored.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Direct us to the enemy. Returning to battle.
At last, back to war.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
At your
Whirlwind
command.
artillery tank deployed. Whirlwind artillery tank here. As you command.
I shall end.
Direct us to the enemy. Orders received.
Even in death I still
Whirlwind
serve.
artillery tank here.
I have waited long for this day. Even in death I still serve.
We stand ready. Awaiting orders.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Mission accomplished. Heresy grows from idleness.
Whirlwind artillery tank deployed. Whirlwind here. The machine spirit
Hope is the first
prepared.
step on the road to
Praise the
disappointment.
Emperor. This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium. My faith is my
Whirlwind
shield.
artillery tank here.
Die!
Captain.
Die! Die!
Whirlwind here.
Enemy attacking.
Whirlwind here. Whirlwind artillery tank deployed. Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Yes, my lord. Attacking as ordered.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Preparing Whirlwind missile battery to fire.
Awaiting orders. Fall back! To the rally point! We stand ready.
To me, my brothers!
Orders received.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unguarded.
Commencing attack.
Whirlwind artillery
What is
tank
your
here.
order? Stay vigilant, brothers. Orders received. We are the Emperor's chosen. Taking damage.
Venerate the immortal Emperor I serve.
Returning to battle. To the rally point!
Through discipline, we prevail.
At your command. Regrouping.
There's no such thing as I cannot prevail. Only degrees of
My mind is focused and ready for action. All in! Rally squad!
Squad morale restored. Ever vigilant. Marine squad
Whirlwind
deployed.
artillery tank deployed.
Initiating attack protocol 23. Direct us to the enemy.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Commencing attack. Regrouping. We are the Emperor's chosen. Heresy grows behind us.
My faith is my shield. We shall know
There
no
is no
fear.
such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. None can stand before us.
Whirlwind here. Whirlwind here.
Engaging the enemy. Direct us to the enemy. The enemy is attacking the Imperium.
Even in death I still serve.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Whirlwind here. Preparing Whirlwind missile battery to fire.
I am ready to serve. Again.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Squad broken!
Whirlwind here. His wrath falls from the heavens.
Our faith holds.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live
What's
for
your order?
yourself.
At your command.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well. My knowledge is at your disposal.
What is your order? Strategic point identified.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Whirlwind here. His wrath falls from the heavens.
Heresy grows from idleness. Orders received. Moving out. Faith is our shield. Understood. Weapons at ready. It is time. Taking Hear our wrath. We are the Emperor's chosen.
Warwick here.
Ever vigilant.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. Die! Die! Die!
Yes, my lord. Maintain attack formation. Moving out. Cleanse. Purge. Kill.
Warwick here.
My faith is my shield.
Position secure.
What would you have me do?
Brother Tantheus?
Burned beyond recovery of his gene seed, along with Brother Michaelis. Nothing was left of them save for ash. They burned from the inside out.
Anything else to report?
The Ork warboss has been destroyed, but we saw a dropship leave the area. Captain, she bore the 8-pointed star.
The mark of the ruinous powers of chaos.
The forces of chaos? Here? Now?
Tartarus has endured several Black Crusades led by the terrible Chaos Champions. However, it seems too convenient that Orks and these heretics are here at the same time. But I trust the eyes of our scouts. Isidore, do you sense anything?
No, I have sensed nothing. But if the nature of Brother Tantheus' demise is any indication, then they would have a sorcerer with them who would be capable of masking their presence. Especially with all the background static caused by the Orks.
Ah, our honored guest has arrived.
Who is it?
Inquisitor Mordecai Toth, protector of the Emperor's divine word and will.
Is he here to take command?
An Inquisitor may have near unlimited power. Yes, he can commission the service of any Imperial citizen, from peasant to planetary governor, but
I shall not cede command of my Space Marines to him, Inquisitor or not.
Then why is he here? Does he suspect one of us of heresy?
He is an Inquisitor. They suspect everyone of heresy. If chaos taints this world, then that explains his presence. We must share with him what we discovered. Inquisitor Toth, welcome to Tartarus.
Thank you, Captain. But we have little time for courtesies. You and your men must leave Tartarus. Now.